Chapter 1. Reminiscing. Black Diamond, look at what you've done. You should have known reincarnation would have done this. A voice rang out with a booming tone inside of the void. He could feel it. The anger, the sadness, the fear. All of it. He could feel. Once he opened his eyes, it was a beautiful sight. The floor was a vastly infinite ocean that was so shallow. The sky's aurora, a stunning mix of greens, purples and yellows. It glistened as the ocean reflected the aurora, the infinite galaxies, planets and stars located under the ocean, just as vast, as far as one man can see. He looked up at the person, or, for a better term, sects opposing him as he stood still. Finally, he spoke. You speak of reincarnation as if I am a simple fool, locked in the back cage of a predator shed. He spoke, staring coldly at the sect's disciples, the man who bore short, rough red hair and the tall stature, 6'8", with glowing red eyes and dark brown skin. His deep as sharp as arrows, matching well with his silver tongue of insults. He stamped his foot into the ocean void's floor, the veins popping out of his muscular arm as he yelled with all his might. You broke the laws of Teshi! He yelled with such fervor, such anger in his heart, as he clenched his teeth so tightly his mouth started to bleed. But he didn't care, as he simply took a step towards the sect disciples. Then I am truly sorry, but I must break the other rules. He spoke with such a cold, calm and collected voice that it was disturbing, angering the other disciples gathered as they finally drew their weapons, their faces full of rage and disappointment as they all got into their respective stance, the eyes of each disciple showing their power and ranks. Finally, one woman in the front spoke. Reluctance, sadness, anger all among her face and mixed at the same time. Then this is our final dance. I feel grateful for your training, Father. Her voice was soft. It matched her elegant appearance. She bore long, black, cascading hair that glimmered like the stars in space, along with beautiful, jaded green emerald eyes, soft tan skin, and a lean but tall stature of 6'1". She unsheathed her 2 daggers. Finally, he responded, his dazzling, deep purple eyes staring into her emerald pupils. Father, he say. He looked towards the sky, reminiscing about the past, realizing what he lost and how he would gain it back. He realized what's happening is simply repeating, just like humanity's last wish. She yelled at him. You lost your humanity, your status, your role. You lost us, your children. She yelled out loud with such pain. It hurt his heart at the fact he has to kill her. He finally replied once more, his cold and collected deep voice, said a quote, and then a title. For those who hurt will only be hurt. That is the end of all humanity, and the result of the stage prey settled on. A cynical world view is simply the ending result of all things. Tenno Xavier. He breathed in one last time. The game of chess shall commence. Large black chess pieces appeared instantly above everyone, the pieces larger than the sun. The disciples yelled in panic as they ran, trying to get away. But they were crushed with a sickening crunch that echoed through the non-empty void. The shadow casting over him as he shed a tear from the edge of his eye, releasing the piece above him as it came down at such velocity. Do you want to restart it all? That was how the voice spoke to him. It spoke the mechanical, empty, yet oddly endearing voice said. So much packed in that one sentence. He wanted to let every tear fall from his eyes. But he stayed resilient, finally opening his eyes to see the beautiful purple and red dragon above his head, the blazing red eyes staring into his dead, dark purple pupils. He uttered through his lips, Yes. Even if you lose most of your memories. No. Let me keep some. He spoke to the dragon, his voice showing just a hint of panic and anger, as if he had memories he never wanted gone. His sharp canines flaunted as he spoke. I see. Then you will be remade. You will be filled with your memories. But because of the laws of Teshi, I cannot allow you to keep it all. May you rest. He kept his eyes closed, deciding, waiting, not breathing, not crying, thinking, reminiscing on his own memories, his own past, the pain of the needles, the pills, the dampening of his feelings. He reminisced on his family, the last words of his daughter, his last words to his daughter, the words a father should never say. Finally, he knew his name. Gratitude. He heard it all, the nothingness. There was nothing. All of it was wind in his ear. Finally, his eyes snapped open. Those fluorescent green tree leaves, all wilting off by gratitude. He breathed in, sitting up as he looked around the dense black forest. It was imposing. The dark red trunks and branches, the dark green fluorescent leaves and purple sap dropping from them. Finally, he looked at the sky, the beautiful aurora fish swaying through the sky. He spoke. I am back at the beginning. I hope you enjoyed the first chapter of my story. I know it's not that long, but bear with me. It's only the prologue. Until then, thanks for reading.